I think the whole point of me making this video is to convince myself to purchase this. I have been a Tron fan for many, many years, since back in 2007 when I was introduced to the world of Tron through Kingdom Hearts 2. After playing through Space Paranoids, I thought the world of Tron was so cool. I could never find the DVD back in the day, but I ended up buying the movie on my PSP, so that was the only way I could watch Tron for years. And it was all downhill since then. I became obsessed with Tron. I wanted the arcade game. I remember sitting in middle school telling all my friends, one day, I'm gonna own the arcade machine, and now I have it, which is really, really cool. A few Tron action figures have come out here and there over the years. The older ones are really expensive and really hard to come by. When Legacy came out, I went all in on the Tron action figures. They had a line from Spin Master, and I bought a good amount. I have all of my childhood figures right here, still in the box that I had them in when I was a kid. They all used to light up. Unfortunately, all of mine are out of batteries now. We got a great cast of characters as well as a couple vehicles, but we never got any highly detailed 3 3/4 inch action figures from the original Tron movie until now. Hasbro, the same company that makes all the Star Wars action figures, officially has the license to make Tron action figures. And I'm super excited about this because I love Star Wars figures. I love what they did with the Black Series, the 6-inch figures. Vintage collection's kind of cool. It's a little out of my price range. I love what they did with the 6-inch Indiana Jones series as well. So I've been a big fan of Hasbro. There's nobody else I would rather have do Tron action figures. So when I heard this was coming, I was super excited about it. At New York Comic Con, Hasbro finally announced that they were going to make highly detailed, highly articulated 3 3/4 inch Tron action figures from the original movie. However, it was going to be a HasLab. And let's just say the fans were not pleased about this. So the official title of this project is Tron Heroes of the Grid 3 3/4 inch collector set. The official description says this is your only chance to crowdfund this exclusive collectible Tron grid set. Your user power is required before the offer is due res. That's another thing people seem to have a problem with. They're like, oh, it's all on us. Like, it's all up to us to fund the project. Like, Hasbro's putting the blame on us. Like, yeah, if you want this made, we gotta fund it. So what actually comes in this collector set, you get a USB powered light up display base modeled after the grid, 5 highly detailed 3 3/4 inch figures based off the original Tron movie from 1982, and 2 light cycles with screen accurate figure seating and removable light walls. So 5 figures, 2 vehicles, and a display stand. We get Kevin Flynn with extra hands and a throwing disc. We get Tron with extra hands and a floating disc that looks just like the iconic movie poster when he's going up into the I.O. tower. We get Yori, who has a removable helmet, throwing disc, and 2 extra hands. The villain of the movie, Sark, with extra hands and a throwing disc. And this is a weird one, and actually it's my personal favorite character in the lineup. We get a generic program. He comes with 2 hands and a throwing disc as well. You're probably wondering why this is my favorite character in the lineup. I just am a sucker for background characters, and he's just a character with no name. He's simply programmed. He could be me, he could be you, he could be anybody. And I know as a kid, I always liked playing with the characters that didn't have a solid story in the movies, because then you could just make up your own character. I don't think anybody who's purchasing this set plans on playing with it. I think it's just going to be a display set. But yeah, generic program is my favorite character from the lineup. We haven't seen the packaging for the full set or the light cycles yet, but the 3 3/4 inch figures come on great old school style card backs. One complaint I have is that the card backs are not resealable, so once you pop those figures off, there's no going back. They are off the card back. That's it. I would have liked a way to have put the bubble back on the card so that they could either be hung on the wall or displayed individually. That's my gripe with the set. I hope Hasbro considers changing that, especially since this is a brand new line that isn't like stuck with a certain way of doing things. Like if you did that with Star Wars now, it would totally throw off everybody's collections that they have on a wall. But since this is a brand new line, I see no reason why not to change up the card backs a little bit. But if you're not in the loop and are wondering what a HasLab is and why people are upset about it, it's basically a crowd-funded project released by Hasbro. The people over at Hasbro sometimes come up with these ideas for projects that they don't think will be able to sell in store, so they want to sell it directly to the consumers. However, they're usually larger, expensive items like a 3 3/4 inch scale Jabba's sail barge. That was the first one they ever did. Now imagine how big that box would have been sitting on retail shelves. It would have taken up a lot of space, so they figured why not send it directly to the people that want it. And Hasbro requires a certain amount of people to back the projects before it even goes into production. So if that number isn't reached, the product isn't made. So you might choose to back the project. However, if the total number of backers isn't reached by the end of the campaign, that project never goes into production, your card never gets charged, and you never get the item in your hand. It's basically like a Kickstarter campaign if you've ever heard of that or ever participated in one of those. You order the item, your card doesn't get charged unless it goes into production and that goal is met, basically, to sum it all up. I can understand why people are upset about this. I could see wanting to collect all the figures or vehicles individually, but I think with a property like Tron, it is kind of a risk to put that into stores. These figures would do great in comic book stores and the collector section in stores like Target and Walmart. I personally don't see why people are mad that this is a HasLab. I I think it's okay to use as a HasLab because it is such a niche little property. The campaign started on October 9th and runs until November 24th of 2025, with the product expected to ship in December of 2026. That's another thing people, and myself included, have a problem with. This product isn't going to be released until December of next year. Tron Ares just came out in the theater. The hype for Tron is at an all-time high right now. I don't know why these products weren't ready to go. I feel like these should have been on store shelves right now while the hype is at an all-time high. Sell those products to the people that want them. Ride the hype of Tron Ares. I've seen the movie twice now, by the way. It's really good. Don't listen to the critics. Go check it out for yourself. But yeah, I don't want to wait a year to get these products. I want them now. Am I going to like Tron a year from now? Absolutely. I own the arcade game. I own a bunch of merchandise. I'm not going to stop liking Tron because the movie died down. But I'm really excited about it right now. I want these products in my hand right now. Now, the absolute biggest point of discussion about this set is the price. The price of this set is $259.99. 260 bucks. For 5 3 3/4 inch figures, 2 light cycles, and a display base, that's kind of a steep price. I think for that price, we should have at least gotten Ram and maybe one of Sark's guards, the big guys. And I get it. The price of everything is insane nowadays. From what I understand, Hasbro's labor and shipping costs have gone through the roof. But I don't know, 260 bucks, it's a lot of money for a lot of people. But as Tron fans, are we willing to pay that premium to get these products that we don't normally get? And yeah, we do have the original translucent Tron figures from back in the day. We have the 7-inch figures from Diamond Select. So we do have Tron figures. However, we've never seen 3 3/4 inch detailed figures like this before. So is $260 worth it to get stuff like this? I will admit, when I first saw this set, I was like, absolutely not. That price is ridiculous. I'm not a 3 3/4 inch collector whatsoever. I am definitely a 6-inch guy. We are getting a Tron Legacy 6-inch scale line, which I plan on picking up every single figure without a doubt, no question about it. It's just, for me, it's the fact that they're 3 3/4 inch scale, there's no resealable card back, and the price is 260 bucks. Another thing that's very common with HasLab projects is stretch goals. So the original target goal for this is 10,000 backers. But with other projects, say they get to 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, each milestone, you get another extra item. There are no stretch goals with this project. I think perfect stretch goals would have been Ram, would have been the Warriors, maybe translucent versions of these characters to mimic the original figures. I mean, you're gonna already have the mold. Why not just throw the translucent plastic in there, throw it in with this set as a little bonus for collectors? Like, to me, that one's a no-brainer. That's an easy cash grab right there. Give the people the translucent figures. But circling back, when I first saw this, I was adamant that I was not purchasing it just because I'm not a 3 3/4 inch collector. However, the more I sat and thought about it, I thought about how big of a Tron fan I am, how cool this would look in my collection, and the fact that we just don't get products like this. And if this is successful, it means we're gonna get more stuff. Just like if the new Tron Ares film is successful, we're gonna get more Tron stuff. So I have made the decision to back this project. And I'm gonna tell you why. The reason I decided to is because simply supporting this is supporting the Tron franchise. It's showing Disney, it's showing Hasbro that there is love for this franchise. I want more Tron content out there in the universe just because I love it so much. I may not agree with the price, I may not agree with the product that we're getting, however, and you can call me what you like for doing that. I'm a consumer, I'm a sucker, I'm gonna buy this kind of stuff. I'm gonna give into this kind of corporate greed because I love these franchises so much. I do the same thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. I just think it's so cool that companies are willing to make these items that I want to support it. This one is a little, it's like, feels like a little side project. It feels like a little passion project by somebody over at Hasbro. And the fact that it's gotten this far, I want to support that. It may be a lot of money, but I'm a sucker. I love this kind of stuff. So I did it. For the first time, I backed a HasLab campaign. I almost did it for the Rancor, but I ended up passing on that and that didn't get back. But this time, I'm not messing around. I backed this project. As of the recording of this video, the project only has 919 backers out of 10,000 with 40 days left to go. So things aren't looking good. I hope that this project gets backed. I don't know if it's going to, just things aren't looking good. So worst case scenario, I don't end up spending $260 on Tron action figures. Best case scenario, I get a random little Christmas present next December that I forgot that I ordered. I know I'm not a toy channel, so I don't know if I'm qualified to speak on this the way that others are, but I am a Tron fan, so I feel like I had to chime in with my 2 cents about this HasLab. And I also wanted to spread the word and let people know about this project who may have not seen it around the internet. I don't know, I feel like I've been crusading for Tron lately. I've been out there campaigning for the movie. Now here I am promoting a Hasbro product. I don't know, I'm not mad about it. I love making people aware of stuff like this because, again, some people might not know that there's new Tron toys coming out in 2026. I just really want to know when the 6-inch scale Legacy figures are coming up because I am super excited for those. They look sick. Anyways, I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about this HasLab project. Is $260 way too much for this? Yeah. Or are you a Tron fan who backed the project just like I did? Let me know in the comments down below. below. Like I previously did with my Pirates of the Caribbean videos, this is the start of a new Tron series here on the channel. So if you're interested in more Tron videos, make sure to subscribe. I'm hoping that Hasbro does a local showcase of the prototype, just like they did with the Republic gunship. If they do, I will 100% be there. I will do a video on it. But I'm so excited for the new Tron products that we are getting from Hasbro. I hope this HasLab project gets back. Stay tuned for more Tron videos. We're gonna let my program end this one off. End of line. I could never find the DVD back in the day, but I bought the movie on my... So essentially, Hasbro puts out... Really need to turn the volume off on that.